your side. You're watching WREG News Channel 3. Live from Peabody Place in downtown Memphis. This is News Channel 3 Live at 9 with Alex Coleman and Mary Beth Conley.
Another issue that's hitting home for a lot of folks is the home issue. So many folks facing or potentially facing foreclosure all across the country. Mayor.
Real cautiously, I think we need to be real careful spending taxpayers' money on bailouts, whether it's individual, corporations, and company. You know, my wife's a teacher, and on her board there's this quote, "I'm responsible 100% of the time for my actions and will blame no one for what I do." And unfortunately, we are culturing Americans to say, I don't have to be responsible for my actions because I will be bailed out if I mess up. So first thing we need to do is get back to the basics and teach that principle. I'm responsible for the decisions I make, no matter who led me down that path. The foreclosures are not. I'd rather focus on the 90% that are making their payments, that are working 2 jobs and 3 jobs to make that note and make their car notes and feed their children and buy what they need to go to school and things of that nature. But it has posed a problem in the city of South Haven because development used to happen so quickly that you've got subdivisions. They may not be in foreclosure, but you've got roads that don't have the final lift of asphalt on them. And you've got people living in that subdivision that are having to drive on rough roads. Well, they're not the city's roads yet because the developer's responsible for that. So the city is investigating, and we're actually starting to work on an ordinance that will say we will come in with taxpayers' dollars and work on filling in the holes and patching if necessary. We'll put the final lift. However, the security net for all of us taxpayers who shouldn't be involved in that game is when the next lot gets sold or the next 10 lots get sold, you're paying the city back for our investment that we did what the developer should have done. It's not a grant. It's just that you're going to pay us back. So if we're going to do something to help individuals out, we want to protect the people that have made that large investment in their home, make sure they have the necessities that they need that are normally the responsibility of the developer. But Mr. Developer, when you sell that next lot, you're paying us taxpayers back.
How close is that program to being? You said it was getting ready to be in place.
We're actually rolling forward with it. We'll pass the ordinance at the next board meeting, which is 2 weeks from yesterday. And we have 1 subdivision that we'll be moving forward on with that exact plan. There's some 50 or 60 lots left, and it's going to be $1,000 per lot as those lots are sold to put that final lift of asphalt on. Now, we have bonds or letters of credit, but unfortunately, again, those used to happen so quick. They were done within 12 months, but it's been 2 years, 3 years, and unfortunately asphalt costs a little bit more than it did 3 years ago.
Petroleum-based. I imagine you got pretty good support from the developers too, because being entrepreneurs, they know that maybe they need a little help right now, but they have to pay it back.
The area, the 1 subdivision that we're definitely doing in, yes, the developer surrendered his letter of credit and totally understands what we're doing. And we've got a great working relationship with our developers and our home builders here, trying to make life better for everybody because we want it to continue and turn around and new houses get built and things go well. So yes, it's not a government bad boy type thing to developers. It's been a relationship that came up with the idea and a relationship that makes it work. And that's how you make a community grow. Government just doesn't come down with a big stick. You bring everybody in, talk to them, and figure out what needs to betterment, and then you move forward.